Tony B here on the Crossfader Show. Tony, how long you been DJing for?
25 years.
What got you started in DJing?
Wow. All right. So I used to be a drummer in a rock band right out of high school. And basically, I was a pretty good drummer. We had a good lead guitar player, and everybody else sucked. So therefore, the band sucked. After a gig at a Holiday Inn one night, I packed up my drums in the van, went up to the bar to get a drink, saw the DJ, saw all the chicks hanging out. He was playing music, getting free drinks. Next day, Circuit City, $257 belt-driven turntables, and Radio Shack at the cheapest mixer.
It all began there.
Right there, baby.
So besides that turntable, what other equipment have you used since you've been DJing?
Well, you know, turntables for the majority of it. Back in the heydays of the 90s, I used to do tracks and bring in my reel-to-reel and mix in with a reel-to-reel that had pitch control. And then, of course, moved on to CDs, and now, you know, gave in, bit the bullet, using Serato.
Gotcha. What do you use for your live recording?
Adobe Audition.
What was the first song you remember playing and purchasing?
Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me.
That's your first cut you purchased?
First one. Yeah.
First one you played for an audience also?
Yeah.
What type of music do you listen to when you're not spinning?
House, jazz, a little bit of rock. I mean, you know, I'm still involved in the entertainment industry, so you got to listen to a little bit of pop radio, see what's happening nowadays.
And what is your favorite type of music to mix?
House music. I mean, they can call it electro, they can call it techno, tech house, minimal. It's all house to me.
I know you're a remixer. What is your most favorite remix that you've done personally?
I'd probably have to say the one that went to #1 on the Billboard chart, Crystal Waters' Relax. You know, went #1, that was probably my favorite.
Would you say music is your first love?
Definitely.
Then what would be your second?
My family.
Who is your biggest influence on becoming a DJ?
That DJ that was in the bar that night at the Holiday Inn. Can't remember his name.
You don't remember his name?
Don't remember his name. That's
no
terrible,
love
isn't
for
it?
the Holiday
No
Inn
love
DJ.
for him.
In your words, what is mixing music and playing gigs all about?
It's about the love for the music. I mean, you know, it seems glamorous and it seems, you know, like it's a great life, and yeah, it is, but it's, you know, being on the road is tough, and nowadays the competition is really tough. The technology has made it so, you know, anybody can be a DJ, anybody can be a producer, anybody can do this, because, you know, you can just drop in MP3s and it'll match it for you, match the tempo, match the key, match anything. So, I mean, just trying to, I think right now it's all about trying to stay an artist and do it.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's both. You know, probably this whole week, that's the most conversation I've had is how it's a good thing and a bad thing, you know? For old school guys like me, you know, maybe it's a bad thing, because we used to be able to press up and, you know, and sell 1,000 pieces of vinyl and make some pretty good money off of it. And now, you know, I think you produce music to get gigs, not necessarily to sell music, but you produce music to get gigs.
Speaking of gigs, what was your first gig as a DJ? Where did you spin at?
That same Holiday Inn. Holiday Inn.
You took the guy's gig?
They opened up another bar. we split time. But yeah, Holiday Inn, Alexandria, Virginia.
What's your proudest moment as a DJ to date?
Well, I'd have to say some of the radio stations here in Los Angeles that I helped launch, you know, probably group radio was a big accomplishment for Eagle and myself and everybody involved. I think KDL was a nice, you know, little station as well too. And DJing wise, just you know, the most memorable gig I think was in Portugal. You know, in an old castle, in the dungeon, you know, old brick and you know, stone and bars on the windows and the sun coming up over this river, and you know, the most incredible bass of any sound system, you know, just those kind of memories.
Where are you spinning at now? Where are you living at now?
Washington, D.C.
What's the club scene like there?
It's good. I mean, they bring in all the big heavy hitters. There's a club there called Glow. Happens every Saturday night, and they, you know, bring in the Swedish House Mafia and you know, Oki and you know, all the big names. So
you get to spin side by side with those guys?
You know, not lately. You know, maybe a little opening room or, you know, side room or something like that. But
still nice.
Hey.
Can you tell us, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years of mixing music?
Hopefully still doing it. You know, I hope so. But it's a young man's game. It's a young man's game now. You know what I'm saying? So every day or every weekend, I still get to play some tunes for people. It's a blessing.
I noticed tonight you're spinning here with your old hooligan partner, DJ Orlando.
Yeah.
How did you and Orlando meet up?
I don't know, man. In the trenches somewhere.
You both worked at Groove, right?
We worked at Groove, but we knew each other before that. I think just, you know, clubs on the east side, man. And we just, I always liked the vibe that he put out. And he's one of the most passionate people about music and DJing I've ever met. And one of the few people that stayed so true to what his passion was. You know, where I'm guilty as anybody of playing music and genres sometimes that I really didn't want to play because you had to make a living. But that cat never swayed. Never once. Tune in every Monday at noon right here at the Spin Lounge. It's a Crossfader show. Check it out.